Airship AI is a stock you need to know about. It's seen over a 500% spike in just a few days. Let's talk about why. Welcome back, Thomas. Today we're going to talk about a stock that's probably unknown to most, but it's a stock that investors need to know about. We don't say that lightly. It's Airship AI Holdings. It's an emerging visual and video data management and threat assessment player. This stock has spiked like crazy over the past few days. Like I said, it's an emerging player in AI as a niche product and first mover advantage. I mean, the stock was trading at $1.70 at the beginning of the year, and since then, shares have increased by well over 500%. That's certainly eye-catching. But Thomas, fill us in here. Why should investors take a look at this one?
Well, right. Let's just start with the chart because that's where the story starts. I got interested in this stock when it was trading down around here because it turned up on one of MarketBeat's tracking tools for unusual activity. It was up a couple 100%. That's amazing. So I was checking it out. Turns out it's an AI company. It's a software platform that helps aggregate and manage streaming data, video, so it can use your video and pick out objects, detect objects, do threat assessments, and enhances security through video AI surveillance. Since I became interested, the stock has continued to rally. This chart is really awesome for a couple of reasons. One, the immensity of the move. This is a huge move, but the candles that are forming right now, we've got a little bit of resistance up here, but we still have 3 solid green candles, 3 weekly candles accompanied by high volume. That tells me it's a 3 soldiers pattern. That's a continuation pattern. This market has legs. So just this week, the market moved above this previous all-time high. To me, that's an inflection point. Because the market can be very reflective, we can assume that the movement above the inflection point is going to equal what came below it. This is a $9 or a 600% rally. I think a $9 move from $10.50 up to $19.50 or $20 is very, very easy. And somewhere up into the $70 range is possible over time. So that's what's going on with Airship AI.
So tell us more about their core product here, if you would. How does it setting them apart?
Yeah, well, their core product, their core product is an operating system and software package that aggregates and manages data. It's being used by governments around the world. It's starting to get increased use for border control security, which is a big deal because border control security is going to grow at a 6% CAGR. It's going to more than double over the next 10 years.
So considering the growing interest in AI here and security technologies, do you see Airship AI as a potential acquisition target? And if you do, what makes it attractive to larger companies, and how might an acquisition impact investors going forward?
Well, I think it absolutely is an acquisition target or a potential target simply because of what it does. This new revolution in AI is all about managing data. And the next step from doing the large language models and feeding them pictures and words to learn is for them to be able to track visual data through video. So this to me is an evolution of AI. It would be a good acquisition for virtually any AI player, but one that really stands out to me is Palantir, because they're already into that data management and threat assessment. So adding in that visual aspect would really round out their offerings.
And looking ahead, what are some of the key indicators that investors should watch to gauge Airship AI's performance and prospects? How do you foresee the company's evolution, maybe in terms of product development, market expansion, and also financial performance over maybe the next few years?
Well, I think we're going to see a real surge in revenue starting this current quarter. They ended the year with an 11.8 million backlog and $140 million pipeline. Since then, they've announced 2 major contracts worth multi-million dollars each. One of those is a second contract with the U.S. government under the FedRAMP program. That program helps vet and establish which cloud-based companies are okay for government agencies to use. Now that we have 2, including the border control, we should see U.S. government contracts really start to accelerate. Another contract that they just got since that data was released was with Singapore. They're doing the same thing, using the platform to aggregate existing video systems to manage that data flow for border security.
So Thomas, while the company's primary business is with the US government and allies, it's also available to commercial customers. This is kind of parallel with Palantir's strategy here. So how do you assess the potential for Airship's AI growth in this sector? Do you think that the stock can sustain these levels or reach for new highs?
I think this stock is going to be in a hyper growth phase for the next couple of years because as it gains these contracts and there's more use case evidence of its efficacy, more and more businesses are going to learn how to apply it to their own operations. Threat assessments and security is only one aspect of the visual aspect of AI. It extends all the way into warehouse management and manufacturing controls, Internet of Things. So I think this company has a long trajectory.
Well, Thomas, it was so fun to discuss a newer stock with massive potential today. Of course, we'll be keeping an eye on this one right here at MarketBeat. So don't forget to check out our variety of free resources. Otherwise, we'll be right back here on the channel in the next one. Thanks, Thomas.